I'm gonna tell you something that changed everything for me as a trader. I was in a trade like everybody else with a couple other guys actually. Same idea, same information, same entry. I lost money. They made tons of money. Same trade, but a different outcome. How'd that happen? I'll tell you how. Let's say I'll call the stock A. It was at 71. The group agreed it's going to 140 in 2 months. But first it dips to 30. I panic and sell. Another guy holds and he sells it at 140. Again, same entry, completely different result. That's when it became undeniable. This was never about the strategy. It's all mental. I'm Evan Marks. I spent 25 years trading on Wall Street. And if you don't think the mental game matters in trading, leave now. This isn't for you then. But if you want to understand what actually separates the 1% from everybody else, stay with me. Because I'm going to walk through what 25 years of pain, self-sabotage, and breakthroughs taught me about the mind. For years, my problem was never losing. My problem was winning. I was making significant money, but in my mind, I wasn't working that hard. So the wins felt unearned. And when something feels unearned, you sabotage it. Not occasionally, constantly. The money was never the point. I was trying to prove something to myself. My identity had been crushed when I blew my knees out in college. I was a lacrosse guy. That was who I was. And when that got taken away from me, I never processed it. I just landed on Wall Street trying to rebuild something. The unconscious narrative running in the background was always the same. Do I actually deserve this? And my answer? Blow up and come back, over and over. The comeback story became addictive. He blew up, but he always comes back. That was my identity. Getting hurt and recovering was the cycle itself. Nobody around me knew any of this. From the outside, everything looked great. Inside, it was a war. I have to be honest with you here, and this might frustrate some people. You cannot beat the mental game. That framing is wrong. Nobody beats it. The better question is, how do I master it? And even mastery isn't final. My mental game is stronger now than it's ever been. And a year ago, I thought I was already strong. Think about meditation. There's no such thing as a meditation master because everyone still needs to practice. It's always a practice, never a destination. The mental game is the same. You lose it in the moment you think you've got it. The second you think you're a fortress, you stop fortifying. So the honest answer to this video's own title, you don't beat it, you practice it constantly. That is the answer. Now, the biggest jump in my performance actually came when I stopped caring about what people thought, their perception, judgment. I let it go, all of it. And I realized something simple. Nobody actually cares. People are focused on themselves. Once I stopped performing for others and started competing with myself, everything changed. Look, traders deal with pressure every single day, and most of them misunderstand what it is. Pressure and stress are not the same thing. Stress is reactive. Pressure is a privilege. Pressure means people are counting on you, and you have a responsibility. You chose to be here. You put yourself in this position. Own it. What actually works is reframing pressure as a responsibility and an opportunity. When pressure gets overwhelming, get out of the chair, take a walk, move. Teddy Roosevelt said it best. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood. Next, I want to talk about what to do after a big loss, because it's going to happen. First, sit with it. Don't immediately try to fix it. Don't suppress it. Have the moment. Say whatever you need to say. You're human. Then pivot. Ask yourself, where do I need to be? Not how do I make it back? Because that leads to revenge trading and it will destroy you. The goal is to get back into your practice, your training. That's what reconnects you. Momentum was hit. The job is to get it moving again, even slowly. You can't just say, suck it up. It doesn't work that way. Now, none of this matters if you don't have the foundation underneath all of this. Cold showers, fasting, sleep, exercise, they all build discipline. Discipline builds self-respect. Self-respect builds trust, and trust is the mental edge. Discipline is a form of freedom. That's what most people never figure out. Every act of self-care is an act of self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of everything. Everything I just walked you through, the self-sabotage, the emotional patterns, the pressure, the recovery, these are the exact things that silently kills traders. I lived it for 25 years on Wall Street, and now I've mapped all of this out. You can either keep grinding through this alone, or you can sign up for the M1 Mental Trading Academy. It's 6 weeks of live sessions. The same framework I use with professional traders applied directly to you. We build emotional awareness, pressure-proof decision-making, and the kind of aggressive patience that separates the top 1% from everyone else. So if you're interested, click the link below and sign up. And if you're really serious, book a call and work with me directly. Now, if you want to know how to get ahead of 99% of traders in 2026, watch this video right here. I'll see you there.